Hey guys, I just got finished up doing some things. Um, I'm actually editing a YouTube video right now, and my brain kind of started thinking a bit of like negative thoughts as I was going. I was thinking, should I even upload this? I don't know if I'm happy with my work. And I start to get like negative thoughts come in of like, why am I doing this? Should I keep going? Is it worth it? Thoughts like that come in mainly because you want a level of quality with whatever you do. You don't want to post anything that's like not worth it and not valuable to people, because what's the point? But at the end of the day, you have to see that, is this making you better? Are you getting more experience? And are you enjoying the moment, I believe 100% in sacrificing things for the future. It's a core belief of mine, and I really do think it's what separates great from good. I think that thinking long term and thinking about the future and wanting to live a life full of freedom and responsibility at the same time, because I believe that that comes out of the other. But I'm not going to lie, sometimes I just start to get bad thoughts about if I should keep going, or could this work out, or what if I'm not as good as I think I am. And at the end of the day, you have to realize that those thoughts are really just stopping you from becoming better. And if you fail, you shouldn't see that as failure. You should just see that as like you learned and you're one step closer to success. Because at the end of the day, if I fall and I like pick myself back up, that's the most important thing. And that picking yourself back up is the most important thing, because now you know not to fall again. You know to move different, to do something different, to go even harder and go even better and put in more effort until you do succeed. And then if you fall again, you just learn even more. And it's just a part of growth. No one grows in anything unless they fail. Growth comes through stress, it comes through failure, it comes through something negative that is transmuted to something positive. It's kind of like an energy that you transcend, if that makes sense. And at the end of the day, I start to get thoughts like this that are like negative. And what I have to realize is I could look at myself a year from now and be extremely proud, and I could be extremely happy and fulfilled based on the work I did and the effort I put in today. Or I could look at myself and have disappointment and regret that I didn't go through what I said I would do, that I didn't keep myself accountable, and that I didn't put my all into it. At the end of the day, you have to just put your all into everything. You cannot half-ass anything. You can't go through life just putting a little bit of effort in everything. You have to go all in into something, even when no one sees it, even when no one believes in you, even when people do believe in you. At the end of the day, you're the one who has to believe in yourself, and you're the one who has to keep pushing forward. And even when no one is looking, I don't get that many like YouTube followers. I don't have like a lot of subscribers. I don't have a lot of people watching me. I don't have a large audience, but I have to keep thinking, what if one day I do? What if one day I change someone's life? What if one day someone looks at me now and is inspired, and they look at the growth of me a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, wherever I am, I just want to be proud of myself, and I want to be proud of my past self, because I believe that that's extremely important. And I'm at an age where right now I can take that risk and I'm going to capitalize off it, and I'm not going to conform to what other people expect or want of me. I'm going to live how I want to. And I don't mean that as in have fun and do whatever I want and ignore responsibility and ignore the important things to life. I believe that number one, the most important thing is responsibility. It's taking care of others, it's protection, it's doing the things you need to do as a young man or as a man or as a person in general. That is in my core belief, and it is something I wear proudly on my sleeve. It's part of my character, and you can ask anyone that that is something I believe in, and I do not look forward to hedonistic lifestyle pleasures and whatever. The things I love at the end of the day are all a result of hard work and sacrifice. And that's what I aspire to do. I aspire to not have all the nice things and make a lot of money and have the greatest physique. It's not about that at the end of the day. What it's about is a representation of sacrifice and hard work. That's what I believe shows someone's character. I don't care how many cars you have or how much money you make or how strong you are. If at the end of the day you cheated your way through life, you're not a good person. At the end of the day, do not become a nice man, do not become a great man even, become a good man. That is something that you need to keep. And I believe that you can become great and you can be a good man. But I don't believe that like right now. But I don't believe that sacrificing becoming a good man in order to become great is worth it. If you want all the money, all the success, all the things that everyone aspires to be and everyone wants, then that's great. But if you're gonna just backstab people to get there, if you're gonna let go of your code, if you're gonna not stick to your principles and your morals, I've talked about this in the past. If you're not going to do that, then what's the point? You've only cheated yourself and you've lied to yourself. You're at the top, but are you there because you earned it and because you did it through the right path? Or are you there because you wanted to get there and you sacrifice your morals and principles? I think that's extremely important, and I think people need to really realize that at the end of the day, you can stick to your morals and principles and become successful in whatever you do. And I hope that I'm a representation of that one day. And maybe right now I don't have the proof, and I think that's where most of these negative thoughts are coming from. I'm not successful and accomplished, and I don't have much value right now, but I know that documenting this is valuable in itself, and showing you guys the hard work, even though there's not much of you watching, one day this could be so valuable. And even if not to anyone, to myself, to look back and watch these YouTube videos, to look back and watch myself and really be proud of myself because of the decisions I've made. This YouTube channel isn't just a channel to provide value and to share my journey. I also want it to be somewhere where I can look back and keep myself accountable for the actions I've taken. To look back and be like, that is the reason I'm here today. So I hope that whoever's watching this can understand that things take time, and that right now you might feel like you're not valuable, but if you just stick it and you stay at it and you keep going and you don't let anyone tell you what you should be or what you aren't good enough for if you just really put in the sacrifice, you put in the hard work, and you keep trying to become someone you envision yourself becoming, along with keeping your principles and morals, having a stand up character along the entire way. I don't see how you could lose. I really don't see how. Why not to do that? Other people my age don't even think about this. Other people my age don't even care about this, or they have thought about this, but they don't go through with it. And I think that that's what's going to separate me from the rest. I'm going to go through with it. I'm not going to just talk. I'm not just going to try. I'm going to go through with it, and I'm going to show up every day. And no matter how much times I fail, no matter how much times I feel and I think that I'm not making it and I'm going behind, I'm just going to keep pushing forward. And one day I'll break through a wall and be at a next level. And that's all I can do. Make sure you guys enjoy the moment and enjoy where you are now, because though you might not feel like you're at the top, sometimes where you are now is beautiful in itself, and there's something great in itself just where you are. The hard work, the grind, the rocky cutscene, it's short-lived, but in reality it takes a long time, and it's not just a montage. It's years of hard work, months of hard work, maybe even decades of hard work, depending on what you're doing. But it's so enjoyable if you let it be. If you embrace it, it can be amazing. So, yeah, a bit of a different one. I got quite personal in this. Obviously, I didn't go into detail about what happened today and the things that happened, but to keep it brief, just some thoughts and communication issues with other people, along with I had a meeting today that went very different than I expected to, and I feel like I kind of failed. And I feel, I started thinking that it kind of failed and that I came out of it like not stronger, but I have to realize now that I'm just one step closer to not failing. I failed, so I know what not to do next time. I'm a big fan of Michael Jordan, and he says the key to success is failure. He says, fail again and again and again, and that's how you'll succeed. Because with every failure, it just pushes me to not fail again. Take that feeling, even if it's guilt, even if it's shame, even if it's disappointment in yourself, take it, hone it in, and remember it. Remember how bad it feels. Remember how awful you hate the feeling of being disappointed in yourself and not proving to yourself day in and day out. You tell other people around you that you're going to do something and you don't do it. That feeling I hate. And instead of not telling anyone anything, how about you start to fucking prove yourself? How about you put in the work? How about you prove to everyone that you are a man of your word and that what you said will become a reality is a reality, and that you put in the work, but not for them, for yourself. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. Yourself and your view. When you look in the mirror, who are you? Not what this person thinks of you or that person thinks of you. I couldn't care less. All I care about is the people around me that I love and myself. I care about the view of myself, and I don't mean that in a narcissistic sense. I mean it in a sense of, am I a good person? Did I stand on my morals? Did I stand on my principles? When I look at myself, did I make it at the top through backstabbing people, through not caring about people but just trying to get money? I wouldn't be able to look at myself in the mirror if that's what I did. So remember that, guys. Keep your principles, keep your morals, keep them close to you, keep them close. Your values and the things you value and the people you value, remember them and use them to push you forward, because yourself isn't enough. If you do everything for pride, it's not going to go far. You have to do things for other people, and not just in the sense of to prove them wrong or to prove them right, but to also take care of them, to also provide for others. At the end of the day, we are humans, and the thing we are fulfilled by the most is sharing. And whether that's sharing love, whether that's sharing education, information, even entertaining each other, it's what makes us not feel lonely, and it's one of the most important things. So keep yourself close, keep the people around you close, and keep pushing forward. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Like I said, it was a bit longer than usual. I went on a bit of a rant, but I felt like sharing this, and I thought that it would be quite valuable for someone out there listening. Whether it's 3 people or a couple thousand, I hope you get some value out of this and push forward. Enjoy, guys.